pants.
Hello, motherfucker.
There's no defending it. This is clickbait, and I don't know how it's going unchecked in such a delicate time with a lack of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon news.
Unchecked? Unchecked by who? What are you talking about? No one regulate. Okay, continue.
I mean, let's just read the title and look at the thumbnail. Alolan Typhlosion, new Alola form Pokemon for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Spotlight. And it says new Alola forms. That looks like a news release. And you know what? Even looking at this YouTuber, we can see that this is similar to other news releases.
But it's also from MNJ TV Pokevids, not the Pokemon official channel. Wait, what? I know he does clickbait too. Personally, I don't even care about that because what may not be clickbait to the next individual may be clickbait to someone else. It's all subjective. It's not objective. But that's the truth about it. Clickbait, all that, subjective. Even more so when someone's creating a YouTube video and they're doing a thumbnail or even making a title, they're trying to get views. And majority of the time, it is playing on expectations. But it's still up to personal interpretation whether one will consider it clickbait or not. You shouldn't judge a book by its cover. What did the content say? In hindsight of watching the actual damn video, it's not even clickbait. Yeah, it can be up to interpretation, which is why it's subjective. But he actually talked about the Alolan Typhlosion. Alolan Typhlosion is not real, but he talked about it. Did that not count for anything? It says Alolan Typhlosion, new Alola form Pokemon for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon Spotlight. Keyword for. It says for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, not in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Comprehension skills. Go get some. Using for indicates it's being intended for the game. Doesn't say it's in it.
Because it is done to exploit the audience. I don't understand how exploiting and taking advantage of an audience is seen as an okay thing, if not a positive thing, by the people being
A little
exploited
bit carried away.
It's just a white lie to help it believe in itself.
Ah yes, please lecture us all about exploitation. Wait a minute. Did you say a few months ago that exploitation is a vanilla thing and it comes in many different flavors and it's not necessarily a bad thing? That's what you said when you was talking about glitching.
But also that hacking and glitching and exploits are also their own separate things, because an exploit comes in many different flavors that people can call something like a life hack, not a real hacking the game modifying, but an incredibly useful trick inside the game that feels exploity. Like, oh, I know the game developers probably didn't intend for this to happen, but it's a very vanilla way of dealing with the game.
Granted, he's talking about glitching and hacking, but he used the word exploit specifically as a life hack. Yeah, it may feel exploity, but the developers, they didn't intend on anyone taking advantage of this. Oh, YouTube didn't plan on anyone taking advantage of this.
We have new breakdown, new Pokemon, we put that, and then we have the Pokemon right there. Brand new Pokemon for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. Brand new Pokemon, Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. New Alolan form.
Shut up! Oh my god, I don't care!
I truly don't care. But let's go off that logic. Pretty much Verlisify believe that if your video does not allude to anything about it being a theory or is about speculation, and it says new game confirmed or happens to have fake Pokemon or something like that, then it's clickbait. Well, let's look at some of his videos and compare it to that opinion. Top 5 evolutions for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Best new evolutions for Pokemon Sun and I'm gonna assume the rest is gonna be Moon. Pretty sure there were no evolutions introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon. And yes, I know I just said if it says 4, it's more open up to interpretation, but remember we're going off his logic. And he does this again in the same year. Potential EV evolutions, mechanics for Pokemon Sun and Moon, all 10 evolutions. Pretty sure there's not 10 evolutions for Verlisify. Last time I checked there was only 8. And look, he even has a fake mon in this one. Oh, there's more. Looky here. Pokemon Sun and Moon biggest secret, multiple starter Pokemon evolutions. Pretty sure we didn't get that. Top 10 best Johto Pokemon to Mega Evolve in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Pretty sure we didn't get that either. Pokemon Sun and Moon region. Orange Island in Pokemon Sun and Moon, plus Baby Lugia explained. Damn sure didn't get that. Top 10 best Kanto Pokemon to Mega Evolve in Pokemon Sun and Moon. You get my point. Where are the question marks? Where are the parentheses that says this is a theory or a speculation? The same thing that you're saying about M&J TV, PokeViz, can be said to those videos that you did.
You can't beat 'em, join 'em, I always say.
It almost makes you forget what's coming up next.
But again, I don't care about clickbait, but that's going off your own opinion what clickbait is. Your own subjective opinion. You don't even hold yourself to it.
New Alolan form for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. This is staged like a news announcement when there is no news. This is just a fake. It's just speculating about a Fakemon, but the title, the thumbnail, there is no implication, anything close to speculation. This is staged as a real news announcement because it's only done for the views, the clicks, the money in this time where there is a lack of Pokemon news.
I am disgusted, and this pisses me off. You couldn't give me $1 million to put some out like that. I don't care. Where's your integrity? Where are your morals? Where are your values? Where are they?
Taking advantage of an audience is seen as an okay thing, if not a positive thing, by the people being exploited and then people defending others that are clickbaiting.
Because it's subjective. Your opinions are subjective. They don't apply to everyone. Not everyone's going to share your opinion about clickbait, and vice versa.
That there are artists that are called Masuda artists that try their best to replicate real Pokemon artwork and designs. That you can't just say, oh, it obviously looks fake. I mean, there's a lot of real Pokemon that have seemed fake in the past.
And there are a lot of your opinions that seem fake in the past.
Comedy gold!
What's your point? No, seriously, he's gonna talk about how Stunfisk looks like a Fakemon. But that's an opinion. That's an opinion. What is this? He doesn't even elaborate why he thinks this is so. He just says it, and that's it. That's still an opinion. If you're gonna have an opinion, at least explain your opinion.
I mean, you look at Stunfisk. If that was just put in a leak document somewhere and not revealed officially by any sources, you would say that's fake. There's a lot of Pokemon that you look at them and go, that's fake, if it wasn't for the official Pokemon news reveal alongside of it.
What about Stunfisk that is not essentially Pokemon material, I guess? What makes it look fake? What makes it not look like the other Pokemon? Especially when there's over 800 Pokemon. Which ones are you comparing it to? When you compare it to something more mammalian like Pachirisu, yes, I can see your point. There are a lot of difference and similarity despite them both being electric types. But to say that Stunfisk doesn't look like any Pokemon at all, that's dumb. Look at Stunfisk's beady little eyes. Pretty sure almost every Pokemon I grew up with had those. I mean, Stunfisk is fish-like. All the fish Pokemon essentially have the same body type as Stunfisk. Stunfisk just a little bit flatter, but they still have fins, and they have a fish tail. Hell, look at Magikarp, Feebas, Wishcash, Electrike, and Quillfish. No similarities? They got the beady little eyes, and they have little fish lips. While Stunfisk doesn't have lips, his beak mimic lips in its expression. Not to mention the mons who actually have beaks and beady little eyes.
A lot of people that don't understand the coverage behind this one are going to click on that thinking it's real, and then they're going to be realized that they have been clickbaited. No, he states they aren't real, but says new Alolan form in the title. Exactly what clickbait is.
Exactly what clickbait is.
Comedy gold!
But there are also people that unironically, unsarcastically say that, saying, well, since he's a nice guy, he's allowed to clickbait. And that's what I really do not understand about the state of the community, because at the same time, people will say, oh, but you clickbait Verlisify, so you're not allowed to call out other people for clickbaiting. One, that's hypocrisy if you're allowing them to clickbait, but you don't call them out and you call me out.
That's not how hypocrisy works. Hypocrisy doesn't work off of similar things.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Guess you know where hypocrisy is now. Guess you can at least say Verlisify is learning. Or he was lying.
When you claim I clickbait, even though I don't, and I do not clickbait. Every time every time I mention someone else clickbaiting, there's always posts like saying, oh, but you did this, you did that, you did this, and really no one has ever been able to catch me on a clickbait.
Oh!
Let's go and look at some of the examples I've been giving. New Pokemon game announcement next month. How's that clickbait? If I'm saying that, that means we didn't get official news, so it's clear speculation.
You pretty much said there was going to be a new game next month in your title when it was a speculation video. And going off your thumbnails in the description of your video, you were pretty much saying there were going to be Diamond and Pearl or Pokemon Stars. But we didn't get either of those announcements, did we? Not in that month or ever. But no, it's different announcing Fakemon compared to announcing a game. Where's the line been drawn again? Hell, you even had the nerve to make a video calling out people who were disappointed that they didn't get the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Stupidest things from the stupidest of people.
Boy, everyone is stupid except me.
Who have no respect for the creators of the game that they are playing and then getting outraged over when it isn't to their liking. I don't understand this community. I don't understand this age of entitled brats that we live in right now.
What kind of shit is that? After you put it in people's head, you get mad at them? And while we're on the subject of this video, he's going to be addressing a video which he did titled Top 15 Reasons Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon Will Be Terrible. And no, there's no question mark or parentheses saying this is a response video. So one could assume, based off the title and the thumbnail, that Verlisify is making these claims. But no, in the actual video, if you watch it, is Verlisify responding to an article that made these claims. This is his response to people who pretty much said that they felt that this was clickbait.
Somehow people were saying that I should change the title of my video, even though it's not clickbait. True. My video is about the top 15 reasons Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon will be terrible, and if you see this article, within the first couple seconds of the video, you should at least give it more than 2 seconds of a chance, but then people would actually blame me, and I'd say, hey, you're wrong, watch the video, and then they just like turn into some kind of other thing about how I'm retarded or how I'm a fur fag or something like that.
Yeah, that's all fine and good, but you're saying the opposite when it comes to M&J TV Pokevids. What makes your video different?
But what about the time I did use Fakemons? New Pokemon still in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Well, that's because you have to take context into consideration as well. We look at the months building up to this. So this is referencing the Chinese leaks, a snowman and a dolphin. Up until this point, we actually had real Pokemon revealed.
But even still in that context, you tweeted this out last year. I feel like I'm the only PokeTuber that isn't using clickbait misleading thumbnails. So many new leaks with Fakemons. Sad. Isn't this not the same damn thing? I mean, it says leaks and it has Fakemons. So you tweeted that beforehand and then you posted this video afterwards, being this one posted sometime in October of that year.
Forms or anything like that. And also, it's obviously based off of leaks, since leaks are in the thumbnail and then the title is speculative. And also, another thing about leaks is that, you know, you have to...
Shut up. At the time you posted it, you considered anyone who was using leak and using Fakemons in their thumbnails were clickbaiting. So, therefore, by your own standards of when you posted the video originally, you were clickbaiting. You may have changed your opinion on it now. That's all good. You're allowed to do that. I'm not going to hold that against you, but I'm also going to mention that that is what happened. You did it actively because you knew what you were doing because you spoke out against it, but you turned around and did it anyway. Yeah, your opinion had changed. I will give that to you. Good for you. But at the time, when you did it, you were no different from anyone who you were calling out.
You can't beat 'em, join 'em, I always say.
It almost makes you forget what's coming up next.
We're in a very tense time right now, so I guess I'm going to be the only person that calls it out. You know, it's amazing how all these people, they'll make, like, attack videos and slander videos saying that I clickbait and I do all these things, and they'll make up lies about me. But at the same time, a lot of the people in the community, they won't actually go after the people who are literally doing what they are falsely accusing me of.
Sounds like you really do want to band together and get some kind of clickbait task force that goes to every video and judge it. Not needed. There's a dislike and like button in comment section. If you have a problem with clickbait, use them. I can't do that on Verlisify videos though. Either delete you, flag you, or mute you.
Hard to guess at all. Like, okay, we have Mega Bayonet, we have Pokemon News, because Mega Bayonet is a new Mega Stone that's available through this big Pokemon News. But all these people calling it clickbait, I don't understand, like, how bad it's gotten and what is causing this. It's like, oh yeah, all these dislikes on the video for absolutely no reason because I say Pokemon News, you get Pokemon News, and that offends people. It's bad right now, guys, and I don't understand. So yeah, too many idiots out there.
I think the problem with people like this is that they are so stupid that they...
I can defend anything from clickbait accusations because I don't clickbait. Okay, what about my new Mega Evolution? Is the Mega Stone new to Pokemon Sun and Moon? Yes. I say it's a new Mega Stone. I don't say new 7th generation Mega. I don't say anything outside of the new...
Shut up. Final thought. This is dumb. What you're proposing, calling out people, regulating if people clickbait, it's already in place. Why is there such a thing as liking and disliking and commenting on videos? If you have expectations when looking at a video, maybe you should just not believe everything you hear or see. It'll help you get better discernment on what clickbait and what clickbait is not going forward subjectively. But when it comes to that subjective opinion, just because what you think is clickbait and what is not clickbait doesn't make it objectively truth. It make it a subjective truth. And the beautiful thing about subjective truth is they're subjective. Subjective as in subject to change, which is proven by Verlisify himself. He has changed his opinion on clickbait, and he's allowed to do that. And maybe he would have looked better just saying, hey, this is what I think now, and this is what I used to think, instead of just saying, no, you guys are idiots, you don't know what clickbait is. You're allowed to be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. And that's what Verlisify is. That's what we all are at the end of the day.
I feel like you know the answer, bro.
No, you can
I feel
look
like
at
you really
things that are
do.
objectively clickbait, like when there's boobies in the thumbnail and a girl with holding a shotgun and stuff, all of these sexy shenanigans and whatnot, and then you click on the video, and then there's none of that.